You are the only person who can have your viewpoint. People can approximate or kind of agree with your viewpoint, but they can't have yours. As a matter of fact, you probably already noticed you can't even give yours away. So it's very important to understand that all of this information we're going to be going through this evening is not at all to change or alter your viewpoint. That's your job. We're only going to feed your viewpoint. And then you do with it what you will. Is that agreed? Okay. And I want to go into something very important right on the first page here. There is one law in the universe. One law. It's broken down into many others, but there's only one. One law. What that law is what you pay attention to is what you become conscious of. It doesn't matter if you're just a little kid with 3 ants on a stick, and that's what you're paying attention to. Or if you're some multidimensional being looking over 5 universes. What you pay attention to is what you become conscious of. Always. And people talk about free will. You know, where's my free will? There is only really one exercise of your free will, too. That's your choice of what you're going to pay attention to. Always, it's your choice. I had one lady say, but I don't want to pay attention to pain, you know. I wouldn't choose that. Well, have you noticed that some people can stand more pain than others? Some people go right on with a sprained ankle, and other people can't hobble another foot. Have you noticed that? Have you? Yeah. And sometimes you even can put up with more than other times, right? What is that? Sometimes you're paying more attention to the pain. Sometimes you're paying more attention to other stuff. And whose choice was it? So in all circumstances, your free will boils down to what you choose to pay attention to. Now we're ready. The absolute dead center of our civilization is called the Gregorian calendar. Gregorian calendar. That was actually put into place in 1582 by a guy named Pope Gregory. 1582 was called Year of Our Lord. Remember those old-time movies? You know, with the pirates and the crier comes through town and he's crying out, you know, this year, that year, year of our Lord. Okay. This Gregorian calendar was the establishment by the Catholic Church of what day it was. And what the Gregorian calendar is about is this. I like this part. There. That's our sun. Okay? And around our sun is us. We go around the sun like that. And we go around the sun every 365 and 1/4 days. Here, I'm going to put some continents on here. Make this is the planet Earth. Yeah, there we go. There. We go around the sun every 365 and 1/4 days. So our whole concept of time and the very center of our consciousness is about these cycles, repetitive cycles of action. In fact, if you look up time in the dictionary, time equals motion. Motion of physical things. Okay? Now, the Gregorian calendar, I don't know if did you guys study a lot in history or did you go to sleep in history? I went to sleep in history, but I've since gained a really bigger appreciation. But the Gregorian calendar, if you've studied history, you know that the Gregorian calendar did not go down very easily with indigenous people. The Gregorian calendar went out with the Spanish and with the Catholic bishops, and they conquered lands and then told people what day it was. Most civilizations already had their own calendar, see? And then these guys come along and say, no. This is the day. It didn't go down very easy. They had to kill millions and millions of people to get them to follow this Gregorian calendar. And what this Gregorian calendar was all about was the physical measurement of our orbit. And it turns out that this is a very, very insidious tool. You probably never thought that a calendar could be so evil. But what this calendar has done is it has pinned our civilization's consciousness to physical evidence only. The absolute dead center of our civilization is focused on only physical evidence. The measurement of physical objects moving through space. That's why it's not Year of Our Lord anymore. Because there has been a steady erosion of our consciousness of things other than physical. Remember, we used to have religious holidays like Christmas and Easter. Have you noticed that a really good Christmas now is a whole lot of stuff sold to a whole lot of people? Same with Easter. It's a buying, marketing frenzy, isn't it? Especially in the cities, huh? There has been a steady erosion of our consciousness of things other than physical because our calendar has directed our consciousness only in that direction. That is insidious.
So I think then this is not just an indictment of the Gregorian calendar as such, because other solar calendars or lunar calendars that are used in some cultures that the same. If it's based on the cycles of the moon, it's just as physical, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
An Islamic calendar or Jewish calendar that are lunar, are they just as bad then for that?
They are, but not as concentrated.
Why is the solar calendar worse then?
This particular calendar is worse because now this calendar has been adopted as the commerce calendar. It's the calendar on which all things are bought and sold. Every computer is programmed with this calendar. To a certain degree, all those other calendars were physical calendars. They have all gone into less and less use, haven't they? Because they had some spiritual aspects to them. And because they did, they were shunned. They were thrown away.